Everybody just praise God real quick. Just... Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. During the year 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama, there was a little black woman by the name of Rosa Parks who was sitting on a bus minding her business. There was a white bus driver who quickly stopped the bus, ran to the back of the bus, looked Miss Parks in her eyes and told her, "Now, woman, I need you to move. Now, gal, I ain't gonna sit up here and ask you too many more times to move. I have to ask you again. I'm gonna call the folks to come down here, drag you off the bus, and take you to jail." Now, Miss Parks heard what he said, but she didn't move. You see, on this particular day, her feet would do what her mouth usually does, because her feet had something to say. The day that her feet spoke. The day that her feet spoke. The day that Rosa Parks' feet spoke, they didn't grunt, stutter, cough, or choke on rice, macaroni, and cheese, fried chicken, and collard greens. But they shouted out words that needed to be heard by society, that needed to be stirred. And some thought that her actions was absurd, but failed to realize the big picture, which is this question: when will we refute this generational curse? Yes, this generational curse that has got us mentally twisted and emotionally stale, where we have the nerve to classify who should have a righthood to this earth from birth based upon your skin color, preference, pale. And back then, if you were black, you automatically failed. You see, Rosa Parks was in the color of choice, but she kept her composure because her feet had a story to tell. And the threat of going to jail never stressed her mind because she understood that God was her bail. And she knew this, that he may not come when you want him, but he'll always be there on time. Now, I'm pretty sure Miss Parks probably heard a whisper from a cloud of doubt that encouraged her to reconsider her position because what she was risking was a great amount. But in her mind and in her heart, she knew she couldn't go that route. And her feet could no longer go down for the count. You see, her feet could no longer move to the groove of humility, tap to the beat of inequality, slide to the sound of inhumanity. So her feet had to stay still to take hold of this opportunity because one, too many people forgot that she was somebody with an identity. So her feet didn't even twitch because they got tired of living in misery, and her toes didn't even switch. She had to break this spirit of insanity. So one day her feet said, "Rosa, if you stay still, even if you can't see God's whole vision, the mission is fulfilled. You see, not moving right now expresses the absolute must for all of us to be considered as equal. And don't you worry about time, because God will always have somebody, even people sitting here tonight at the Word of Truth, that will help fulfill the vision." In other words, y'all, we're supposed to be our sequel. Amen. And y'all, this is so much bigger than skin color. Black, blue, black, now that's black, maybe two black straights, you were black, mild, medium, hot, even, and spicy black, but we are all still God's people. One woman stands for righteousness, calls generations and various cultures to come together for healings and hearts to hearts, making us look on the inside of ourselves, to work together, to break down the walls of discrimination that so easily tears us apart. Now, the question that fell to Miss Parks and so many others falls to each one of us. What will our feet say when God, the real and only God, dims our light?